When darkness falls over the island, when loopers lock their doors, when the undead rise from their graves, they arrive. Fortnitemares. To help you traverse this spooky realm of fright without getting lost, you want a best guide in the spirit world, Punked Side. In today's episode, we will dive into the mysterious secrets hidden on the island. Why would Hope make a devilish deal with Mephisto? Your ghost-busting gear, because today, we're going to break it all down and explore one of the most thrilling moments to be involved in the community. Dr. Doom, the infamous ruler of Latveria and one of the toughest villains in Fortnite history, has finally been taken down. But how did this major event come to pass? Let's take a look at the key moments that led to Doom's defeat. It all started when we drew Doom out with a perfectly timed blast from the Rift beacons. This blast attracted him to the Forge, where the battle began. Once he arrived, the entire Fortnite community came together to chip away at his armor. This wasn't just any armor. Doom's health bar created by the last beacon, whisking him away to an unknown dimension. But was this a clean victory? Not quite. The Avengers faced significant losses. We sadly lost one of our greatest allies, Triggerfish, who had been with us throughout the entire battle. His sacrifice left a heavy burden on our hearts. Let's take a moment to honor Triggerfish's bravery in the comments below. He was truly a hero who fought until the very end. And if that wasn't heartbreaking enough, we nearly lost Jonesy too. At one point, he was hanging by a thread, barely clinging to life. If it hadn't been for Hope, who saved him at the last possible moment by throwing up a shield, his story would have ended right there. However, Hope didn't come out of this battle unscathed either. The shield she used absorbed a tremendous amount of energy from Pandora's box, leaving a severe burn on her arm. Remember my theory from the latest video? Well, it came true, sort of. Hope didn't lose her arm as I had predicted, but the scar she now bears will stay with her for life. Sinister approaching. Although Doom has been cast through the rift, I sense that we are far from secure. In fact, has been hinted at since the Big Bang event nearly a year ago, by the way. Did you notice that mask? Is it Jason's mask from Friday the 13th? Or could it be Doom's mask? Let's discuss in the comments what it really is. If Doom is indeed true, what made him such a formidable threat? Without them, Doom could be done for good, leaving the island free from his tyranny. The second scenario is much more replaced by a new, more dangerous Doom, now under Pandora's influence. The actions he took against them, he ominously stated, "You will never escape Doom." This cryptic statement can be understood in two ways. Doom always has a contingency plan, even when he appears to be defeated. Could Mephisto be that contingency? Is it possible that Doom struck a deal with the ruler of Hell, and now we are witnessing the Mephisto might now be unleashed to cause chaos on the island. One of his most notorious moments was when Spider-Man struck a deal with him to save Aunt May. The cost? Mephisto erased Peter Parker's relationship with Mary Jane from existence. He didn't just make them forget each other. He rewrote the entire timeline. Anyways, Fortnitemares are already here, and Halloween right around the corner, as well as the end of the season. Fortnitemares promises to be one of the most exciting events we've ever seen, so you don't miss a single detail. This is shaping up to be one of Fortnite's biggest storylines yet, and you won't want to miss a thing. Remember, while we may have defeated Dr. Doom, was similar to that one battle against the Storm King. Dr. Doom harnessed the incredible power he took from Pandora's box to morph into a terrifying Titan. And this was no mysterious illusion or Doombots at play, finally revealing his true self. The one known as the Wanderer last season, complete with his overpowered armor crafted from Pandora's box. Interestingly, it took us about 3 days to finally break open Pandora's box and free it from its chains, while the main antagonist of this season, Absolute Doom, was taken down in roughly 50 minutes. He never stood a chance against the power of Pandora's box lives. Type D in the comments if you were confident that Doom would come out on top, and type H if you've been rooting for Hope from the very beginning. Let's find out how many people are backing Dr. Doom. Things took an unexpected turn. He successfully shielded his forge, and just like that, made a dramatic entrance onto the island. The power he displayed was astonishing. One massive attack sent everyone sprawling, especially Triggerfish, signaling that we were bracing for an epic showdown at Central Lake, the true location of the Zero Point. Doom was a force we had never faced before, especially this season. His attacks were something else entirely. He stomped across the island, unleashing blasts on any loopers brave enough to stand against him. War Machine went down quickly, and even Jonesy put up a fierce fight, throwing Captain America's shield at Doom. But instead of causing any damage, it only fueled Doom's rage. That was the moment when everyone held their breath for Jonesy, as it truly could have been the end for him after Doom's punishment. Doom retaliated with a powerful blast that took Jonesy out in an instant, leaving him completely exposed. It seemed like it was all over for Jonesy as Doom prepared his final strike. But then, in true fashion hero, Hope sprang into action. She threw herself in front to protect her friend, using Captain America's shield to deflect Doom's assault. It became clear that Doom's strength was amplified by the magic he had taken from Pandora's box earlier in the season. The ferocity of his attacks revealed just how deeply that power had twisted him. When Hope confronted Doom, he seized her, and for a fleeting belief, embracing her true essence and power, transforming into heroic Hope. She refused to back down. Seizing her opportunity, she wielded Captain America's shield, now charged with Pandora's magic, and struck Doom right in the eye. The blow was powerful, significantly damaging Doom and weakening his armor. But it wasn't enough to stop him completely. The attack came with a cost. Pandora's magic took a toll on Hope, leaving her injured. This explains her new Pandora's Chosen style, where she wears a glove sleeve to cover her damaged arm, a reminder of the power she faced. It's also a clear Easter egg to Avengers, where Iron Man sustained a similar injury trying to use the Infinity Gauntlet. Just another indication of how intense and dangerous Pandora's box really is. Even with Hope injured, the battle was far from finished. Our heroes, along with the loopers, gathered comics breakdown.
Fools behaving exactly as expected. I'll take care of this. You don't need to worry, Chino.
Your help is invaluable to us, Dr. Doom. We acknowledge very few, but of all the possible universes, you fit our needs the best. I'm confident you are already a valued addition to the imagined order.
However, as the battle raged on, we got back up from Gwenpool Pilverine with Hope, providing vital supplies despite her injuries. After an exhausting fight, we finally weakened Doom just enough. So, recharged Rift Beam, aimed and fired straight at Doom. The beam hit its mark, stripping him of his newly acquired armor, and in a final act of defeat, sending him back to his reality, similar to how we dealt with Galactus in the past. As I mentioned earlier, the Zero War comics are connected to the storyline of this season. If you haven't checked out my breakdown, the comics reveal that even after we defeated Galactus, he managed to seize a fragment of the Zero Point in his own reality. This adds an intriguing layer to the narrative, and hints at how events might unfold. So, what if Doom did something vanished? He left us with a final, chilling warning. This is a great observation, especially since we know that the upcoming OG season will bring back Midas's Doomsday event. This could mean a lot, literally Doomsday, and this reimagined event might change Fortnite forever. This foreboding statement has sparked endless speculation. After Doom vanished, many players believe this won't be the last time we see Dr. Doom, that his return to his world without his mask could be key to his comeback. It's clear he's not someone we can easily get rid of. With Doom seemingly out of the picture, the big question now is, what's next for the rest of this season? The Fortnitemares event is just around the corner, and with all these teasers, it feels like something even darker is looming. Throughout the season, there have been subtle hints suggesting the rise of a true villain, a force that could eclipse even Dr. Doom, the devil himself from Marvel Universe, Mephisto, lurking, watching, and waiting for the right moment. And now, thanks to Doom's actions, it looks like Mephisto might finally get his chance. Inside Doom's Forge, we discovered an altar that connects directly to Marvel's Hell Realm, the source from which Doom drew power while creating his Pandora armor. The energy Doom used wasn't his own. It was borrowed, and Mephisto is eager to reclaim it. This connects seamlessly with Marvel lore. Doom's mother, Cynthia Von Doom, had her soul imprisoned in Hell by Mephisto. Doom made several attempts to defy Mephisto and rescue her, but he was unsuccessful each time. It appears that Doom's urgency to safeguard his forge stemmed from a desire to stop Mephisto from using it as a portal into our world. However, with Doom now defeated, there's no one left to protect it. The gate is open, and Mephisto is poised to strike. There have been teasers indicating that Mephisto might be lurking in Fortnite's underworld biome, which was previously under Hades' control. This was suggested in the leaked loading screen featuring Ghost Burger, where Mephisto's silhouette can be seen hiding behind him. Everything seems to align with Fortnitemares. Brawler's Battleground is becoming a spooky area, featuring misty vines and a massive pumpkin altar at its center. The restored reels and the gland-themed dimension that now seems to be seeping into our world. Could this be part of Mephisto?